Welcome to this week's Meta Game Minute, everybody. Your once weekly Chaotic Amateurs follow-up talk show, available for free every Thursday, wherever you get your podcasts. Zephyrus is dead, except apparently Weekend at Bernie's is a thing.
It's ready to do the arms as long as Dash was going to do the voice.
Dash did a really good impression.
Thank you. Yeah.
But you guys managed to take out this warlock guy that took Zephyrus out. What was everybody's thoughts as we're kind of wrapping this up? You realize Zephyrus is gone, or maybe his soul's held up other places. What's your thoughts about the warlock guy? Let's take it around reverse order, starting with Mr. Ball himself. Milo, you seem to be a little upset that Zephyrus might be deader than we thought he would be.
I don't know. Like, personally, I kind of prepared for Zephyrus to just be dead. It kind of sounded like he was dead. Yeah, I'm curious to kind of follow this little quest line that's being put in front of us. I'm kind of a little concerned if it's a little bit over our heads, because who knows where Zephyrus gets his powers from and how powerful that person is. So I don't know if we can really do anything about it, but I want to find out more about that. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And if I can jump in on just kind of on that, don't want to tell you guys how to play. That's what this is all about, is you guys make the decisions. But if you want to leave this as something you're not doing immediately, give it some time. There'll be like gears turning with the coatl. Things like that. If you just kind of set some dominoes in motion, you might have results with that. I wouldn't say that this is a quest to tackle immediately, but that's what I've got for that.
Yeah, it definitely didn't feel like it to me. Yeah.
Right.
Are you saying that we can kind of AFK this one and let other people take care of it?
You can, if you want to kind of invest some time into some of those characters and have them do these things for you, then yeah, I mean, that you have a whole kind of host of these NPCs that are at your house. Give them tasks, let them do things for you, and then when you kind of come back to them, they'll give you either some results of that or give you kind of the next steps to get to your goals. Because this is a path to bring Zephyrus back that you guys can follow if you'd like. And in the interim, you have got a Kenku ally as well. I'll set the stage for that, where the coatl priest will kind of take on an assistant, and you can do what you wish with its other Kenku ally, just like as an act of for forgiveness for what they did to you. So
cool. Let's Caleb, what's your thoughts on what's going
on? Two things. One, I didn't know how easy it would be to get rid of him. Two, how many actual days in game have we spent before we got this party, this member killed?
Yeah, the timeline is very short.
Has it been? It's been like a week, even less.
Yeah, I think that's about right.
Oh boy! So I guess Scory's looking at his watch and wondering when his time's coming, because we've got things below the house, and now we've got greater powers than Zephyrus, and who knows? And we've got this tournament to think about tomorrow too. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
I guess.
But wait, Wolf, nice job killing that thing.
Oh, that was
Thank
very
you.
good.
Crit.
Thank you. Yeah, it had rolled against my dice, and so that's why at first I was like, but then I realized from my angle where I was, and then when I actually looked at it, it was on the 20. And then I was very excied.
Nice.
That's cool.
Yeah, well, a little bit on the health of that warlock is when it killed Zephyrus, it gained 25 hit points.
Oh, geez. So we needed that. We needed that.
Oh, dang. That's gnarly.
I was going to say, because we did like another 60 to 70-ish, or maybe more.
Yeah, you did a lot. You guys ended up doing over 100 on that.
Oh, okay. I mean, I only got 9, but I know Milo one man punched him, and then Dash got like 40 something.
9 counts. 9 counts.
It was my 9 that put it over.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
It helped. It definitely helps.
I liked the description of Rhett's new character. Reminded me of that dude from the anime where he's got like the thing, but also the scarf around, and he's got the eye patch or whatever. It's a very popular anime. I don't know. The second they said that, I was like, oh, it might have been Naruto or something like that. There's a guy in there like that. That little crazy little assassin Kenku. Not to take this over real quick, but by a show of hands, how many people made new character sheets after last week's episode for like different people?
Yeah, I did.
I didn't.
No way.
Nope. I like felt confident that we were going to do this.
I made one just in case.
Yeah.
In case, yeah.
I
I mean,
also-
I definitely know what I
have-
would do, but yeah.
Yeah.
I have no backup plan.
I knew
Always like
I knew what I
That's
wanted to do.
You gotta
confidence.
have faith.
That is confidence. I knew what I wanted to do if I had to roll a new character, ever since the very first episode. And Alex specifically wanted me, if the party wasn't going to pursue this quest line like right away, like wanted me to have a Kenku ready just to tie it in with the flavor of everything that was going on. And while I wasn't prepared for a Kenku, I got to say it actually really blended into some of the ideas and flavor that I wanted to do anyways. So that's kind of what I did.
You're gonna
Yeah.
have a decision to make eventually.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go back to Zephyrus if that ever comes back. Like I'm 100% like Zephyrus. I think like mechanically wise is not as exciting to me as this character, but there's just so much like lore and other stuff and like role playing and stuff that I would prefer to do with Zephyrus.
I mean, it's like going back to an ex, right? You have history with them.
Right, exactly.
It's like, yeah, the new one's pretty, but the old one knows what you like. You know what I
Right.
mean?
And there's kind of an element of like challenge as well. Yeah. There's kind of an element of challenge to it as well, because like Zephyrus is not a character that I would like normally play anyways. Whereas this Kenku totally is. So there's kind of that like going back to just be able to experiment like mechanically and role playing wise and all that. I wasn't sure where Alex was going to go with the Kenku stuff, because like one of the things that specifies in like all of the books is like they can't really speak all that well, like they do mimic. So I wasn't sure where Alex was going to go, so I prepared like a whole like little soundboard. Like I was definitely going to talk most of the stuff, but I have like a little soundboard with like snippets. I have snippets from all of you guys from the podcast. So if it ever came up, I've got like
that.
one like this, Whoops. Sorry, of course it doesn't work now.
That
But
sounds really cool.
We must go. I smell bloodshed in my future.
Oh, good.
Do you have one of each?
I've got others, and I want that one.
and the reason that sounds just like Caleb is because he doesn't do voices.
Oh, that's
hilarious.
Here's another.
Peacefully, and you shall not be harmed.
Bentley.
Bentley, riff.
Peacefully.
The only one I couldn't find right away is Ball, but I have a bunch of like episodes pulled up, like ready to cut from.
Nice.
Dash does a lot more. Dash and Bentley do a lot more like in character voice stuff than Ball and Scory do. As I found, I went through like 3 or 4 episodes to find good little things, and then I have other ones too, like stuff that is from like movies and stuff that I probably won't use all that often, but
This is an arrest.
so. But Kenku, they're like master mimics. They can mimic completely any sound, which is why his name is this, because it's more fun than just like, here's my name, blah blah blah. So
And with Kenkus, it's just not fun if they can't talk. Basically,
right, exactly.
Right.
So for me, there's kind of 2 separate Kenkus. There's kind of monsterish Kenkus that are out in the wild, more like goblins, and then there's civilized Kenku that have the ability to speak, but then can also mimic, just the same. Because I like Kenku, so I throw them in where I can.
It's fun. So Bentley riff. you were looked like maybe Riff was like hiding a little bit there. Like, am I wrong about that?
Yeah, I've got 1 hit point.
Yeah. No, I know. I'm just
So, like,
saying, like,
And like the way I saw him like go after I saw Zephyrus like fall or whatever,
yeah.
Riff was very, very shaken by all of that. Like the thing that we talked about, I think like a week or two ago or whatever
last
was.
week, yeah.
Will I change my tactics? And so it's like if I can hide and I get advantage like in those trees and stuff like that they have disadvantage on attacking me or whatever it was. Like I was just trying to play it smart and hopefully be able to whittle away with my one like long range spell or whatever.
Right.
And if it came to it, I would have like dashed out like through like used all my movement on all that sort of stuff to like see if I could have like jumped out through like the purple wall or something like that.
So it's interesting to me that Riff has made friends with these Kenku, and now there's going to be one potentially traveling with you guys.
That excites
we'll
me.
see. Yeah, I was wondering what Riff thought
I
about.
still got like my
that,
bird
them
hat
coming back to
on
the
or
house.
whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And
kind of fucked up. You're wearing their like dead siblings and stuff. They're dead cousins.
I think it's a crow or something though. It's not a Kenku. I don't think.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I like the. By the way, what is your accent that you're trying to do? Is it Australian?
Well, I was going to try to do different accents at different times because the Kenku are perfect mimickers.
Right.
So like originally I went for like that kind of, I don't know exactly what it is, that English like stay out of the moor if you value your lives.
Oh, okay.
And then I kind of went New Zealand on accident, and then I'm just gonna kind of go back and forth between English, New Zealand, maybe some other stuff. We'll see.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do Zephyrus's accent at some point again, so.
Yeah,
domestic mimickers, and I'm horrible at accents.
Throw out a classic Zephyrus catchphrase.
Right, exactly.
And we're all like, "What, Zephyrus?" And they're sorry, and like you just.
I thought about cutting some of my lines from the podcast too, but I couldn't think of a way, like an exposure that this Kenku would have had to Zephyrus's voice. So
yeah,
you guys at least, even if the lines weren't said, like I'll have heard your voice by the time I use it.
Yeah. I've had a question for a couple weeks. I keep fucking forget to ask, and I finally wrote it down. I wanted to ask Milo this a long time ago, and it was, how did you come up with the mechanic of like putting your spell card into your body to like charge you for the spell thing? Because I was like editing an episode a couple weeks ago, and I wrote it down on my whiteboard, and it's just been there for like 3 weeks. I keep forgetting to ask you.
Yu-Gi-Oh for sure, right?
I was actually thinking more like Gambit from X-Men.
Nice.
Gotcha.
No, I just have to use, well, like the way artificers work is they infuse things with magic. So I thought it would be really cool if I had the idea of like being this kind of like noble-ish warforged that like lived in a city for a really long time and did all of this studying and writing and did really nice calligraphy. And if he learned some ruins, it would be cool if he like wrote on cards, and those cards on the ruins produced the magic somehow through them, and you could like throw them at stuff.
Okay.
And yeah, just Gambit seemed like a cool kind of character to play in D&D, I guess.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
it.
I dig that.
No, I really like it. Yeah.
Wolf, you managed to slay this beast, or
Yes.
at least win the fight.
Yeah.
In typical Wolf fashion. What were your thoughts coming into this episode? What's your thoughts coming out of it?
Well, I was really scared. And then coming out, I was not as scared. Oh,
Well done. Well done.
thank you. My professional assessment. No, I was happy we got the W. Happy we got the win, the Vic, if you would like to call it. And yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna try and make Zephyrus's funeral a chord centric,
Just like he would have wanted.
just like he would have wanted. Yeah,
he was telling everybody about how he loved Cord.
yeah, that's right.
true.
he
He
was.
was. Damn it.
Yeah.
Cord came to
So-
him in a dream.
Yeah, you're gonna be
Supposedly.
buried the cord way, and I'm just gonna put your body in a hole with a lot of weapons, so you can continue fighting in the afterlife. Just Cord would want.
Yes. Wake up with that
Uh,
like harpoon thing.
Wait,
yeah.
is he going to be more skilled in weapons upon his death than he was.
God, I hope so.
Yeah,
Might actually
You're
be
fighting-
useful.
if you're fighting in the afterlife, oof.
Wait, so like, okay, so here's my question, because Zephyrus seems kind of like alive but not, you know? So what if we bury him but never get his soul back, and he's just been buried alive?
Yeah, that's fucked up.
I was gonna
And then what
suggest-
happens? What happens if we bury him and then we get his soul back, and then he wakes up and he's buried alive?
I was gonna suggest putting him in his room and just.
I don't
kinda
have to breathe, so
Yeah.
you can bury me. I can technically, if I wake up, I can hold my breath indefinitely. I guess I can't
That's
do it
still-
unconscious, but
It's
pretty
still like some
scary.
pretty Kill Bill fucking like that would freak me the fuck out.
yeah, it would.
Yeah,
me
I
too.
wouldn't like that.
But I was just
Well,
gonna say let's put him in his bed, and then like if he pops back alive, then it's like we come home from his adventuring for his soul, and he's on the front porch with a sarsaparilla for
Yeah,
us all.
smoking.
Well, it's
Yeah.
about goddamn time you got back. Now you're here.
Well, hey, where'd y'all get off to there?
I'm
Anybody
definitely
want a mint
concerned about
julep?
this.
Mid Jula.
I'm definitely concerned about this cursed dagger coming back with us.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Oh
the
yeah,
same thing.
I have the actual physical dagger. I'll show it on
Jesus.
screen. Yeah, that's a dagger I've wanted to have in the game. With this
Nice.
quarantine going on, I was hopefully going to like hand it to somebody so that
Ah,
Oh, that would have
they could,
been dope.
have it.
God
But
damn it, Corona.
the curse of La Corona.
I'll grab it on our break.
But yeah, it's don't dismember or burn Zephyrus, because the true resurrect spell is good for up to 200 years. So you guys could go learn some magic and then come back in 100 years or something like that, and then resurrect me. And you better do it, goddammit. Just kidding. But anyway, unless you guys,
Mr.
have anything else that
Telbroom,
you wanna-
goddamn, you've gotten old.
you look like a.
I was
old,
actually
dirty
thinking
hamburger.
my initial thought, like when Zephyrus sort of half like zombie-ish like stood up, it seemed like it was almost like taking orders physically, where he was like, "Oh yeah, no, we'll stand up."
Yeah,
and then it's
I
just
didn't
standing
like
up.
that.
Yeah.
That really spooked me.
I
was like,
I
oh,
thought I
man.
think it was because Scory was interacting with him. Oh, because Scory tried the
cure wounds.
yeah, cure wounds. For whatever reason, I don't think that's a necromancy spell. But then that also, I was like, is Scory a pirate druid necromancer? That was
Right.
my first thought.
Hell yeah.
With that. But then I was like, oh, I'm the only one that would
I was
think to build a class like that and have so many goddamn mechanical moving parts.
when Wolf was doing it, I was like, oh, I'm just a life-size action figure now, posable and kung fu grip and everything.
I love
it. Anyways, we should probably wrap this one up. This has been a really fun metagame minute just to catch everybody's thoughts on, what's going on. So thank you for sticking with us. Leave us a rating and review on iTunes or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. This has been Chaotic Amateurs Metagame Minute, the weekly follow-up to Chaotic Amateurs. Check us back out on Monday. We'll see you then. Grab your sword and keep on adventuring.
All right, let me go grab that dagger.
I'm going PP.